Boxing fans are buzzing with controversy after William Zepeda's coach, Panda, dropped a bombshell claiming that Shakur Stevenson turned down a fight against Zepeda for May 3rd. The bout was set to take place on the Canelo Alvarez vs. William Skull undercard in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But according to Coach Panda, Shakur's team backed out, saying it was too soon for him. This shocking revelation has reignited fan criticism that Stevenson is dodging real competition to protect his unbeaten record while waiting for a big money fight against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. But is Shakur truly avoiding tough challenges, or is there another reason behind his decision? With critics already calling Shakur's last fight underwhelming, this latest news has only added fuel to the fire. Many believe that Stevenson is carefully picking weaker opponents while avoiding high-risk fighters like Zepeda, Andy Cruz, and Keyshawn Davis. If he wants that massive payday against Tank Davis, shouldn't he prove himself first? Or is he hoping to skip the hard work and land a dream fight without taking real challenges? Fans are demanding answers, and if Shakur doesn't step up soon, his reputation could take a serious hit. William Zepeda's coach, Panda, has made a shocking revelation claiming that Shakur Stevenson turned down an opportunity to fight Zepeda on May 3rd. This fight was supposed to take place on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez vs. William Skull in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. According to Panda, Stevenson's team declined the offer, stating that it was too soon for him to take on Zepeda. This revelation has sparked controversy among boxing fans, many of whom already believe that Shakur has been deliberately avoiding tough opponents to protect his undefeated record. For a while now, there has been a growing perception that Shakur is strategically picking his fights to ensure that he doesn't face dangerous challengers who could potentially beat him. His critics argue that rather than taking on real threats, he prefers to fight lower-level opponents, sometimes referred to as tomato cans in boxing slang, so that he can hold on to his WBC lightweight title without truly proving himself against top-tier competition. Coach Panda's recent comments only add fuel to this ongoing debate, making fans question whether Shakur is truly willing to take on the best in the division. Expressing his frustration over the situation, Coach Panda revealed that after Shakur's last fight against Josh Padley, the plan was for him to fight William Zepeda in Saudi Arabia on May 4th. However, at some point, the fight was called off, with someone from Stevenson's camp allegedly saying that it was too soon for him to step into the ring with Zepeda. Coach Panda shared this information in an interview with Mill City Boxing, further intensifying the criticism against Stevenson. Many fans believe that if the fight had happened, Zepeda's relentless attacking style would have made it a nightmare for Shakur, who likely would have spent most of the match moving around the ring, trying to avoid Zepeda's powerful and non-stop punches. Beyond this particular fight, many in the boxing community believe that Shakur Stevenson's long-term strategy is to take easier fights while waiting for a mega match against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. However, this approach may not work in his favor. Boxing analysts argue that Tank Davis is well aware that Stevenson has not been facing top-tier opponents since his controversial performance against Edwin de los Santos. If Shakur is hoping to land a major payday by securing a fight against Tank, he might first need to prove that he deserves it. Coach Panda believes that the WBC, World Boxing Council, should step in and force Stevenson to take on legitimate contenders before granting him a shot at Tank Davis. According to him, Shakur should be required to fight either William Zepeda or the WBC's #1 ranked lightweight, Andy Cruz. Many in the boxing world share this sentiment, arguing that Shakur cannot simply sit back and hold on to his WBC title without proving himself against the toughest challengers in his division. Coach Panda went even further, saying that before Shakur gets the opportunity to fight Tank Davis, he should first take on 3 of the division's top fighters. These 3 challengers, according to him, would serve as the ultimate test to determine whether Stevenson truly deserves a shot at Tank. The fighters he believes Shakur should face first are Andy Cruz, a rising star with elite boxing skills who could give Shakur a tough challenge; William Zepeda, a relentless pressure fighter with a high work rate who would force Stevenson to fight at a fast pace; Keyshawn Davis, a skilled and dangerous young contender who could push Shakur to his limits. Many fans and analysts agree with this perspective, believing that Shakur Stevenson needs to take on real challenges before expecting a fight against Tank Davis, one of the biggest stars in the sport. If Shakur truly wants the massive payday that comes with fighting Tank, he must step up and take on these dangerous contenders instead of waiting for an easy path to a championship showdown. The big question now is, will Shakur finally accept these fights, or will he continue to avoid the toughest competition? If Shakur continues to avoid these high-risk opponents, it could severely damage his reputation among boxing fans and analysts. Many already believe that he is prioritizing his undefeated record over proving his skills against the best in the division. While staying unbeaten is an important factor in boxing, true champions are expected to take on all challenges, no matter how tough. If he continues down this path, the boxing community might start viewing him as someone who cherry-picks fights rather than a true warrior willing to take on the best. On the other hand, taking on fighters like Zepeda, Andy Cruz, or Keyshawn Davis would silence his critics and cement his legacy as an elite boxer. If Shakur were to face and defeat these opponents, it would not only prove his dominance in the lightweight division, but also build even more excitement for a potential showdown with Gervonta Davis. Instead of being questioned about his level of competition, he would be seen as a fighter who earned his shot at the biggest names in boxing through sheer skill and determination. There is also the business aspect to consider. A fight with Tank Davis would undoubtedly be one of the biggest pay-per-view events in boxing, but it needs the right build-up. If Shakur is seen as avoiding tough fights, it could reduce fan interest in the matchup, affecting ticket sales and overall hype. However, if he first takes on and defeats strong contenders, it would generate far more anticipation for the Tank Davis fight, making it a blockbuster event that captures global attention. Ultimately, the decision lies with Shakur and his team. If he truly believes he is the best in the lightweight division, he should be willing to take on all challengers, not just the ones that present the least risk. Fans want to see competitive fights, not calculated career moves that avoid real danger. The next few months will be crucial in determining whether Shakur steps up to the challenge or continues on a safer path while waiting for his shot at Tank Davis.